Hey guys, welcome back. So we've officially made it to Lucas's 18th month birthday. I cannot believe I'm sitting here filming his 1.5 year update for you guys. So he's not in the room right now because, well, let's see, he's a toddler now. He runs, he yells, he screams, you know, all those boy things. So I might try and get him in here in a few minutes, but right now he's in the living room playing, doing his thing, content. So I'll just talk to y'all for a while, just give you a little update on him, and then I'll try to bring him in just so you can see how much he's grown. Definitely check out my 12-month update. I'll link that up here and also down below. I actually wanted to sit and watch that first, and it was a little sentimental because I had his 1-year photo, a few photos that we had done in that little session, video session that I did for you guys. So I wanted to watch it though and refresh my memory to see what he did. But oh my gosh, I watched it and I was like, it feels like forever ago he was like a little baby and now he's this little boy, and oh my goodness, growing up so fast. I mean, there's definitely days and even weeks where it just drags by so slow, and then it's like the blink of the eye, bam, he's already 1.5 years. I'm filming this now, but I could just imagine it'll feel like, you know, a month from now and I'll be filming his 2-year update. It's just crazy how time goes by so fast once you have kids. So just a few things. Let's see if I can think of updating. Nothing major. He's down to 1 nap now. So between his 1 year and now 1.5 year mark, he went through this crazy phase, and he still kind of goes through it, where he would go like 2 weeks and he was fighting his naps, wouldn't want to take them. So I'm like, okay, maybe he just wants to take 1 nap. So we dumbed it down to 1 nap, and then he was not like wanting to take any naps at all, and I'm like, there's no way, you have to take a nap, child. And I know some people say, you know, my kid was completely done with naps by 2, and I'm just like, oh, no. You know, mommy needs her time, and I mean, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, but I'm hoping he's getting a little bit better. So I'm hoping he is kind of done with his craziness of naps, but he's getting a little bit better. Fingers crossed. But anyway, we are down to 1 nap, and he's been wanting to go down about 12, but here lately he can last a little longer. So I just watch for him because he still doesn't get up the exact same time every morning. It is still different, and if I wake him up, he is just cranky forever and ever. Now, I don't let him sleep past 8. For sure. Never past 8. I just have to get him up for sure. But some mornings he's up about 7:15, 7:30. So that's not too bad. But anyway, with his nap, I just kind of, there's some days where I feel like he can last till 1 o'clock, and then I try to put him down, and then he'll kind of go down, or I'm like, okay, it's 12 o'clock, you're kind of cranky, let's go put you down for a nap. So anywhere between 12 and 1, he's down for his nap. Now, like I said, some days, if he goes down, he will take about a 2-hour nap, but I do not let him sleep past 4. I think I'm about to have to stop that though and wake him up by 3:30-ish. So that's gonna be interesting. But anyway, so I don't let him sleep past 4 for right now. And then his bedtime is still about the same. I watched the 12-month and I was saying at 7 o'clock toys are put away and stuff like that, and that's still about the same now. 7 o'clock, you know, if he watched a show after dinner, that's off, toys are put up, you know, we start winding down. Sometimes I'll try to read him a book or so, but we go do a bath, we go and do whatnot, just the relaxation. It's time to settle down. And I think his mindset has gotten that, because by 7:30, it's like I can't move fast enough. I'm like throwing his PJs on, and he gets kind of cranky by 7:30, but he's usually pretty good about going down. Now he has his moments, which all babies probably do, and if you've watched any updates of Lucas, you know, Lucas has his moments where he might not fall asleep until 8:30, but between 7:30 and 7:45, I'm trying to do his rocking, his routine, going to bed. So speaking of rocking, he still wants to be rocked, and I'm like 50-50. And you know, every parent is completely different with parenting. So whatever you want to do, you do it. That works for you. You know, it's like so many people tell me, oh my gosh, you still do so and so and so. And it's like, you know, every child is different. Let me do what I feel is best for my child. So speaking of that, we still rock him, and like I said, it's 50-50. Sometimes I'm just like, you know, can I just put you down and you go to bed? But he won't. He will sit and he will scream bloody murder forever. And we've tried all kind of methods and stuff, and I'm just like, I give up on that. So like I said, I mean, I rock him for about 15 minutes or so, and that seems to help put him to sleep. But there's some nights I feel like I rock him for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, boy, you're going to bed. And I put him to bed, and he kind of does his thing. But anyway, every parent is different. That's just one of those things that's worked for him. So like I said, it's a 50-50. It's like I get upset with him sometimes, but then at the same time, it's like, you know, who knows? When he turns 2, he might not want to be rocked anymore. So just take in these precious moments now and just soak it all in and just go with it. So anyway, we're moving on from sleeping. His eating is still about the same. He's pretty picky. Some things that he used to be picky on, like fruit, he will eat more. I don't think he really liked bananas and grapes and strawberries back when, and he's starting to like those more. But it's just like every other toddler. He's like, oh yes, I'll eat 5 bananas and a handful of grapes for a week. You know, like gimme all this healthy. And then the next week you're like, oh yeah, you like the fruit, so here's some fruit. And then he's like, meh, I don't want any fruit. But yes, so he's still wishy-washy with food. He's still not a great eater. So that's pretty much the basic of what's going on with Lucas these days. Like I said, nothing major. There is one thing that I want to say as a parent, I try not to concern myself, because once again, you know, every child learns differently. Every child does not walk at exactly 11 months. Every child does not do this at exactly 1 year. You know, every child is different, you know, and that's what I keep telling myself. So by now, Lucas should have anywhere between, I think it's like 5 to 10 words that he's saying, and he's still pretty low in that category when he went for his checkup for 18 months. And he still says like mama, dada, and he's not saying many animal sounds. Even though we talk to him as parents. Oh, you have a car, that's a car, and you just repeat it. Well, that's what we do. And he just hasn't caught on yet, and I keep telling myself, as a mom, as a parent, you know, it's okay. It's a little upsetting sometimes, because I babysit for other kids that are around Lucas's age, and they're like, oh, you know, moo moo, boo and oink oink and cow, and they, you know, are saying all these words, and I get a little emotional because Lucas isn't saying anything really. He's trying. He'll say, you know, well, like W's, and he'll try to say something, but, you know, you can just tell he's not really saying words that he needs to be saying at his age. So, as a parent to you, if you are a parent, you know, and your child, whether it's speech, whether it's walking, whether it's crawling, just remember every child learns differently, develops differently. So anyway, that comes to what I want to say, that our doctor recommended, and I'm very grateful that she recommended. She was not pushy at all, but she's like, you know, let's start the process of the speech therapy and let's just kind of go from there. And, you know, as a parent, it's a little upsetting when you have to do something like this, but I just keep telling myself, it's okay. You know, you never know, in 2 months he could just all of a sudden start talking and, you know, going babble crazy, and you just, you know, as a parent you don't know. So, but what we can do right now is just get a therapist. They come to our home and they just kind of like start the process, and we just did the initial evaluation where they came over and got like our basic information. They didn't really test him or anything yet, but that's definitely a journey we're about to take. So if you guys would like me to maybe film our process of the speech therapy, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I'm thinking about it, maybe if it's one of those things that might develop and we have to use them for a while. I was thinking maybe document, maybe there are other parents out there that, you know, want to talk about the speech therapy thing. But like I said, as a mom, as a parent, I try not to worry, and I hope you guys, if your little ones might have a little speech, whether it's, like I said, whether it's speech, whether it's walking, just, you know, every child develops differently. So with that being said, try not to get emotional. It's a little upsetting, like I said, whenever your child is just not right there where you think they should be. And you can't do nothing, you know. You do everything you can as a parent to shelter them, to feed them, to do what you can. And so anyway, we'll be okay. We will get through this. Hopefully they can give us some tips that we didn't know about. Like I said, I've never done therapy as a child myself. Now, I did struggle growing up with speech, with writing and all that, but I never did any of the therapy stuff. So I'll be interested to see what they do. But let me know down below if you want me to document that. I will definitely write that down in my videos to do in the future. But other than that, that's what our little challenge is right now that we're going through with Lucas. So other than that, he's a pretty healthy boy. I mean, he's growing. There's some days when it doesn't look like he grows, and then a week passes and then you just look at him when he gets up in the morning and you're like, man, did you grow like a feet? You know, because it looks like you grew 3 or 4 inches. It's crazy how just overnight they look like they can grow so much. But anyway, let me go see if I can get him. I don't know if he'll want to or not, but let me just see if I can show you guys how big he is compared to our 12-month update. Alright guys, here's Lucas. Let's see if he'll... Lucas, look. Who is that? Hey! Yeah, he's not having it. He went back in there to play. That's his thing. He loves to play, and he's very independent with playing, which is awesome. You know, I definitely was independent when it came to playing. So anyway, thanks so much for watching this video, and don't forget to hit my subscribe button if you want to see any future videos that I make, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.